Everywhere we've been has been very green. On the motorway leaving Vienna, heading for Salzburg. Lots of trees.
There for a tip, just on your right hand side, is a place called Abbey, originally run by a group of monks. Now it houses actually a pretty good art collection. Unlike a lot of other places, every time invading armies came in, they just decided to pillage and plunder. What's happened is every time someone stayed at Abbey, they've actually managed to just add to their collection. So really nice place to go.
The road stop where you can have gorgeous meal. Cake, salad, sandwiches €4.90, €4.90. There's a tiny little ciabatta one with looks like some ham and a bit of lettuce or something. €2.60. An open sandwich, could be anything up to $3.60. $1.60 for a roll. It's about 20 minutes from Salzburg.
Just out on the left-hand side is Lake Monsi, major sporting area, especially during the summer months, obviously when it gets a little bit warmer than this. Also coming up on the left-hand side, you'll see, you peek through the trees, you might be able to catch a glimpse of a church with a yellow roof. It's actually one of the churches used in the Sound of Music movie, so keep your cameras out ready for that one.
bookings for the house. This is Yoho Hostel in Salzburg. We've got our own hand basin. There's my bunk.
This existing bridge over the river in the city. Mozart's called Mozart's Bridge. Not anything silly that Mozart walked over to open. That name was...
This is Salzburg. Salzburg. Salzburg, I'm on a day trip or an afternoon trip to the salt mines.
All the water would turn on. Nobody was allowed to get up and leave the table until he did. Real nasty character he was. As we now come into Anif. Anif was the residence of Herbert von Karajan, a famous conductor. He had a beautiful villa here. He passed away 19 years. But come from the Untersberg. In the film Sound of Music, it also played an important role. Over this mountain, the Von Trapp family supposedly escaped into Switzerland. I say supposedly because geographically it's not possible. The other side of that mountain was Hitler's second headquarters in Berchtesgaden. I'm sure that the Baron had enough geographic. People there, an architecture that was adopted by the local architects from the Turkish invasions of the eastern part of Austria. The Turks had Vienna under siege twice. They never came as far west as Salzburg. However, the architecture had been kept for the construction of the Catholic churches. You see a lot of those in Austria and Bavaria, not so much of it all. In the northern part of Germany, the northern part of Germany is predominantly Protestant.
Cable car that goes right to the top. The Alps there.
On our left-hand side, a beautiful little river, the King's Lake River. This river originates in the lake deep in the valley between the mountains Schwarzmann and Vienna. It flows past the town of Berchtesgaden, across the border into Salzburg, and then into the river Salzach. We're coming up to the border crossing into Germany, into Bavaria now. If you have your passports, you can now show them out the window. I don't know who to, but you can show them anyway. This is the border crossing here now, entering Germany right here. Bundesrepublik Deutschland, the Federal Republic of Germany. Germany the country, Bavaria the state, and Berchtesgaden the province. Bavaria is the largest and most southern state of Germany. The capital of Bavaria is Munich, München. Munich is 85 miles, 130 kilometers west-northwest of Salzburg. Has a population of 1.4 million people. The major propeller in the traditional Bavarian colors, white and blue. They also have a film industry in Munich, Bavaria Studios, where they made movies like Das Boot, a German submarine movie, and The Never-Ending Story was filmed there. Whilst we talk about movies, the opening scene, The Sound of Music, was filmed on top of that hill directly ahead of us up there. That's where Julie Andrews twirled around singing The Hills Are Alive, The Sound of Music. Here we have the river on our right hand side from here on. There's very good fishing in this river too here. At this particular point of our tour, ladies and gentlemen, I have two little requests from you. Please do not smoke on the plant or things like that for €1 each, or a beer for $1.50, but no smoking or eating, please. As we 20 cows, still they seem to be doing okay financially. Watch the farmers drive to church on Sunday driving a BMW or Mercedes. Can't be doing too bad. top of the mountain ahead of us. You see a building up there, maybe you don't see a building up there, it's cloudy at the moment. That building up there would be Hitler. Meters here, 3,000 feet above sea level. 33. When he got to power, House Wachenfeld, after endless extensions and renovations, he made that his second headquarters. The Berghof, right next to it, a small hotel. Put their telephone exchange, Gestapo headquarters into it. There was another hotel up there called the Platterhof with 150 rooms where the soldiers used to come on holidays, on vacation, to the houses of Martin Bormann, Hermann Goering. A huge SS barracks, a garage, a driver's quarters, a personnel building, a kindergarten, a planning and administration office, a greenhouse. Hitler was vegetarian, his own vegetable garden up there. A special Mussolini, when they came to visit, all that was bombed on the 25th of April 1940. And about that time, a lot of foreign bases were closed down. The General Walker was closed down and stood empty for 5 years. In July 2000, the state of Bavaria then the So we're just about to arrive at VIENNASALZBURg, ladies and gentlemen. Right up here was Hitler's second headquarters. And on the left hand side you have the Hotel Turken, and right next to the Turken, this side of it here, was the kindergarten right there. And on the other side was Hitler's residence, his Berghof. There's somewhat a big golf down there. I had a 36 here last summer. I'm coming back for the second hole next summer. Cheapest forms of eating meat. Also down here, the rest of the ruins at VIENNASALZBURg was due to the
the suits they put on to go down the salt mines.
You stand over there, I'll get the full one.
Well,
Let me do it for you.
Can't feel my neck breaks.
hell, that's there in.
Big smile. Robin might have
widened out into a bigger tunnel. As we go down further. It's quite a long way in this tunnel. It's like a big, huge cave down here.
Zurücklehnen. Ja, kann schon losgehen. Wunderbar. Und den nächsten. Wenn Sie jetzt nicht rutschen wollen, der Weg geht da drüben runter. Aber gleich weg. Wunderbar, so ist es perfekt. Yes, it's okay. The kids at front, please. Their picture. Okay. And feet left, right. Slide. Feet out like this. Left and right. Okay. A little bit forward and lean back. Stretch your legs. Don't break. Good stop. Okay, no. Stretch your legs. Right.
Stretch your legs out.
Stretch your legs. Don't break.
Stretch your legs.
This is worse than the water slide.
Englisch ist eine moderne Streckenvortriebsmaschine Typ AM50. Die hat einen Fräskopf an einem Gestänge vorne dran. Diesen Vorgang wiederholt man so 50 bis 60 Mal. Dann ist ein Zeitraum von circa einem Jahr vergangen. In dieser Zeit hat das Wasser einen trichterförmigen Ausgangs, sozusagen Initialhohlraum herausgelaugt. Der ist ungefähr so groß wie eine Turnhalle und hat ein Fassungsvermögen von 5.000 bis 8.000 Kubikmeter. Das Bohrloch wird dann zum Schacht erweitert. Das macht man ganz flach, man bohrt und sprengt wieder. Wenn der Schacht dann fertig erweitert ist, wir brauchen Vermessungstechnik. Okay, for English. This room here is new, it's completely built with glass, although the floor is glass, so please do not eat it.
Interactive information about salt.
Bitte alle hinsetzen. Please take a seat.
This is the lake at the bottom. Just a little raft.
Hier sehen Sie die berühmte Reichenbachpumpe.
through a 29-kilometer
Diese Pumpe hat von 1817 bis 1927 die Sonne vom Brunnhaus Ilsang, das ist in der Enge, vom Höllenkämpfer aus ist dann die Sonne Leitungen, die hier links und rechts ausgestellt sind, nach Lawine geflossen. Die Pumpe ist bronzemassiv, wiegt etwa 14 Tonnen, hat in 110 Betriebsjahren, also gute 3 Millionen Kubikmeter Sohle geführt und war keinen Tag kaputt. Da drüben sind dann noch die Originalwerkzeuge ausgestellt und das vorne auf dem Bild ist der Erbauer Jörn von Reichenbach. Du meinst
Ich kann so sehen, wie hoch.
Vorsicht!
Yeah, this looks like a good look.
This is the starting point for the mines. Ah, you can see them going down there.
It's its own brewery. Berchtesgaden is no exception. Here on the right hand side, the Hofbrauhaus Berchtesgaden. We are in Germany, in Bavaria, in Berchtesgaden. The spelling of the name of the town is B-E-R-C-H-T-E-S-G-A-D-E-N, Berchtesgaden.
It's very pretty, isn't it?
It is.
And this is just on the way down from the village.
Not enough. That's too much, isn't it?
You have a problem. You have a problem. You have a problem. Can I have a problem? What ja.
Es ist nicht Betrug insofern, es ist bekannt, aber nicht, wenn sie auch was dazu verbinden.
Why?
Daher auch. Daher wird der Preis nicht.
What are you doing for me?
Ja, ja. Ja, schon. Zum Quickips. Habe ich gesagt, ich möchte erst kommen, weil da ist weniger zum Nehmen. Das ist dann super.
(8). I'm standing on the bridge looking up at the castle, just in case I don't manage to get a picture of it tomorrow. Looking with my back to the castle on the other side of the bridge. What must have been old city walls by the look of it.
And the domino.
This is in the old town. I'm just walking along just the street randomly. This is kind of to the right of the castle, I think, what I'm looking at ahead. Salzburg seems to be fairly compact. It's very walkable, lots of little odd lanes. It's actually it's quite charming. It's got a character of its own. Bakery. It's a bakery. This is Mirabelli Park and it's raining. We have a wet day all day. I always wonder why would statues be playing music in the nude? Be an artist's fixation with the body. Other end of the park, you see that entry. It's a little sort of like a walkway. It goes underneath the park there. It's got music playing. You just sit and listen to it. There's just a tunnel near the park, or the end of the park, with music, just making a natural little theatre in here. There's a seat, you can sit and just listen to it. Comes out as a little park, a little kids' play area. A large statue at the entry of this kids' park. Big feet. He's very large. Neat swings. This is a Roy Park. It's got lots of animals in it. A bear. There's the entry to the little walkway with music. Seems to be like some kind of a maze. Of course, the mandatory fountain. Made these flower gardens into line drawings. Tourists have just started appearing in droves. It must be about 9 o'clock or a bit after 9, I think. And little groups are all puddling through. There's vines growing on all the walls. It softens everything. When you're in the middle of the city, it feels like you're out of the city with all those walls full of greenery. So far, all I've seen in roses, they always seem to be like this, lots of red roses. They don't seem to have other colours. Of course, everything's all very neat and symmetrically designed. At the end there is the castle again. What these two little chappies are, they're just guarding the beginning of the bridge.
Vamos a ver aquí el puente. Aquí abajo están más jardines como contrahechos.
So we have, you sure who these guys are? It's like Grandma. There's too many for the seven dwarves. Oh, he's the one with the beer. Oh, he's got the shovel. What he's got? Just a small little raised park with all these little figures in it. Okay. Looks like he got fed up with his job and stuck it on his head. There's something missing there. Big holes in his hands, obviously had pipes or something. Staves of some sort maybe. Auntie Joan. There are plenty of walking paths and cycle pathways. It's really good. So cars, cyclists and pedestrians are all separated. just down one end of the old city, the opposite end to where the castle is. I sweep around, standing on a bridge. Very rugged rock over there that it's been built on. I'm going to walk along the other side of the riverbank. It's just on the pathway, cycle pathway. Appear to be more modern buildings, but they're still built right back into the rock. Just on my pathway around, I'm just continuing on the pathway around to the castle.
Wagen!
So much for my modern building. 1558 to 1986. I'm not sure how that works. Since they started and they restored them. This building's right next door to the church. Dirty dancers. At the bottom of the castle. Looks like they've got a university here, 1623, 17th century university.
Seite abgesperrt und dann
come through a courtyard coming up to the castle. Walking up to the catacombs before you walk down. Nice view out the windows. Well, cut out holes for windows. The old stones. View out the back window. A little window at the top. Seats there, obviously it's Vienna. Chapel. What's left of a fresco? There's a lot of it left. More steps. Looks like I'm going up to another chamber. This tunnel just, I don't know how they've cut it out of the rock. It looks like there's been a burial there. Not too much needed, no imagination needed about what happens to you when you're buried. These are all personal catacombs and burial plots, I suppose. Lovely with the flowers growing on the top of the They appear to be family crypts, I suppose. There's one started at 1837 and the last one was buried here 2002. Family Spurl. 2006. Oh, the garden stays so nice. There's the gardener looking after them. Cleaning up all the moss. And that's the catacombs I just walked through, that concrete that's very thinly on the outside of where I went. Those little round windows I was taking film through. I'm standing pretty much underneath the castle. Still got another little bit to climb. Little stairway I've been walking up. I'm now on a straight footpath up. Through this little archway they'll be hitting me up for money, so I'm not going to go any further. Let's just pay. Everything costs about $20. It gets pretty expensive. A nice little stone mosaic. There.
Yeah, that's good, wasn't it? You went down in the thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down in the slide, you know, the slides and that.
Yeah.
We're going to go around to the noon.
Is that even new?
No. We're going to go around to the noon, where the Abbey, where she, the nuns come out, the kids and that, so that's good.
Yeah. Ah, looks like I can get up to the entrance. Alright, I'm going from the castle gates down where I've got to walk. Quite a pleasant walk, even if it's steep. I'd say that's old castle walls, or old city walls over there. Actually, people in there having soup. I'm not quite sure what the story is there. It's a cloister gate. That's the church. This must be the nunnery. This is at the edge of the castle, and we seem to be allowed to be in here all right. More skulls. This one's a skull with wings. It's 12 o'clock.
કોઈને કેને ઓલાને કેને આપણા ત્રણેયનું લઈ દે કે ને આપણે ત્રણેય
I'm getting to see all the bits of the castle that I'd want to see, all the bits surrounding it. I guess this is getting out into the suburbs. Little pathways everywhere. They're all very pretty. Wellington, really? I don't know where that car gets out. Apparently I'm on a road. I would have called it a footpath, but it's apparently a road. To get out of the way of this car coming along it. That's the main highway, that's two cars. Nice little backyards. Carved into the rock garage. I'm way out of the tourist zone now. Just walking people's normal houses. They're quite pretty. This is something nice about Salzburg. I've got one whole day and 2 half days, which is just enough. It's compact and it's enough time to see things. Unless I want to do a whole lot of day trips out of here, which I don't. The ice caves might have been nice to go to. Another side of the castle from around the back of it now, I guess. I'm going down this little side alley. Kind of an art studio I've stumbled on. That's where they're making the stuff. I think that's a set of stairs. You can also walk up that. Whoa. These are apparently the wealthy houses, the ones on the edge of the river. They're pretty nice looking houses. And up there is that wall again, I guess it's the city wall. That's the new town over the other side of the river there. So the water's coming down pretty fast. If I go any closer I risk getting run over by the bicycles. I'm on the pedestrian lane here. Another nice view of the castle. I think it's the colours that make it so nice. Oh. That wall runs along. Behind those cranes, there's another little piece of it, another little turret. Looking along the trees. There's another little turret. You can see the wall go down past that big yellow building. And there's a point there that follows all the way round. So it's definitely the city wall point. Castle for another piece. Just getting more glimpses as I walk along between streets. There's another little section of it. This is nothing special, it's just, oh god, there gets pink. This is just a building, it's a stone building, that's rather nice. It's just by the water. And the pathway I'm walking along. So it's what this nothing ordinary building is. A nice little tile. A relief tile there. Assuming that means it was built in 1867. Defence of capital offence to commemorate the successful resistance to the nuclear state 1985-89, civil protest movement which crossed national frontiers and party lines, the prevention of nuclear reprocessing at Wackersdorf in Bavaria, Germany, the actions of free citizens, active politicians, committed public figures, including Robert Junk and Archbishop Karl Berg, and the unknown resistor, I don't know what that is, erected by the Salzburg platform against nuclear perils. Large, oh, PLAGE. Doesn't say who the artist is. Never before had there been such a massive transnational resistance movement to a technocratic super project. More than 420,000 German, 420,000 Austrian written objections wrought the downfall of the project. Austria's anti-nuclear foreign policy was born here. This was a critical blow against the plutonium industry and its attendant problems of continuous radioactive contamination of the environment, frequent transport of nuclear waste, the risk of sabotage and the misuse of plutonium by nation states and by terrorist groups, and the erosion of civil liberties through the use of anti-democratic enforcement and surveillance methods. It doesn't say who the artist was that made this. The back of that nice old stone building is called Mozart's Place. Oh god, Mozart plates everywhere. This little square is Mozart plates. Big on horses in this square. All the horse and carriages over there. Lovely little tiny streets, and there's wee side streets off all of them. This is a shop full of decorated eggs, Austrian style. Mostly rabbits.
There are two keys. The key was the F-light.
There's a shop full of them. Oh, these are lambs. We have lambs, we have chooks, we have rabbits. Anything as long as it's on an egg. Oh, we even have Mozart on there. We have music. Halloween, we have spider webs. Well, there's the next Christmas tree decorations. These ones are a bit more ornate, they've got a little bit more 3D on them. Just filling in time, waiting for the bus to go to Munich. I just came across this in one of the back streets.